I was impressed that he looked at the blob and he was like, photograph.
Yeah.
My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook. Sometimes I go picking with my boyfriend, sometimes it's my best friend Sue, and sometimes it's my kids. But at the end of the day, it's all about having fun and hopefully just maybe making a profit.
Okay, yesterday we took the kids to the flea market. Now we were a little bit later than Andrew. He was there dark and early.
Dark 30.
Dark 30.
Yep, 30.
He was there before the sun even came up. And he got a lot of goodies that we're going to go over in the next video. But in this video, we're going to go through the stuff that we got yesterday. So this is the stuff that you saw us getting in the video. This is the stuff that we picked up along the way with the children, which isn't a whole lot, but we're going to go through it. We're going to talk about what we paid for it and how much we can expect to get for it on eBay. But make sure you tune in tomorrow for the mystery unboxing because
it's going to be good.
it's going to be good. Andrew got some good stuff.
It's good stuff.
So before we get into any of this, there are two items that we wanted to talk about because
Yes.
they are also flea market items.
Yes. These are pretty cool.
These are really cool. Now these are flea market items that our friend John picked up from the same flea market that we go to. Now he bought these a couple months ago and we were able to work out a deal. I am keeping the cat. They're purses and they are made by an artist by the name of Priscilla Snyder. She is an amazing artist. This is some of her very early work. I believe they're dated 1988.
Yeah, this one is.
This one is
has a
1988. So this is some of her early work, but if you find her on Instagram and you look at some of her work now, it is just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's like so realistic.
It is so realistic, and she makes all of her purses and backpacks and stuff from real, from fibers. It's not made from fur. She uses threads, and it's absolutely incredible. But as soon as I saw these, when John showed them to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, that cat. But I am going to be selling the bat. Not that the bat isn't cute, but I love cats, so.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got a string. It's got little feet.
Oh, and it is marked. This is also marked too. We couldn't find
got
a tag the other day, but it's actually under
There it is.
here. And it is marked Priscilla Snyder, but you can just see the detail that went into making this.
Oh my god, yeah, it's yeah. And then it's got the zipper on the back side
Incredible.
there.
Yep.
And then it's got the...
But yeah, I really encourage you to go check out her Instagram because you will just be amazed at some of her work. Unfortunately, I don't know what her stuff sells for. I imagine it's a lot of money, like an insane amount of money.
Yeah, because I think she's out of New York City.
She's out of New York City and she does a lot of custom work. She does a lot of custom work. So we're going to be listing the bat.
This is killer. The bat is awesome.
The bat is really cool.
Yeah.
I had to somehow figure out how to add straps to the cat. And unfortunately, he's been in the bag, so all of his little tufts have been squished. But he's got whiskers and little threads. But yeah, anyway, phenomenal artist. So that's my little kitty. I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to figure out how to put straps in. It's not like an everyday purse, but
No, it's good for the Halloween or something.
oh, absolutely. Yep, Priscilla Snyder. So anyway, we wanted to share those with you guys because Halloween's coming and I will be listing the bat on our eBay. So make sure you're looking for that if you're interested in the bat. But now we're gonna get into the stuff that you actually saw us buy while we were at the flea market. So let's start with the stuff we got at Eric's. This off here. This is what I grabbed while I was at Eric's. Andrew had already been through there. You had what, 2 boxes?
Yeah, two or three boxes.
2 or 3 boxes already in the back of the van. But I kind of went through to see if there was anything that caught my eye that he may have missed. These aren't like super valuable things. They were not really things I would expect him to be gravitated towards because they're not like anything spectacular.
I actually did pick the tray up and look
Did
at
you?
it. Yes, I did. I picked it up and looked at it. And I just thought,
Well, I like the aesthetic. It is made in India. Oh, it does have a sticker on there, and it actually says India. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said too. When I first looked at it, I was like, oh, made in India.
Yeah. There's you can just tell pieces like this carved with the inlay. Usually they're made in India. This piece does have a sticker saying that it is made in India, but it's a tray. It's very boho, and that's really popular right now. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to part with it. If I was to sell it, I would probably expect $25 to $35 because boho is popular right now, and if it's marketed as a boho piece, I think that'll help boost the value. Now, granted, some of the brass is tarnished, but I kind of like it that way. I like that it's not real shiny.
It's got patina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patina. So I kind of like that about it, but I definitely like the tray. The other pieces I picked up were these little candlesticks. You guys can tell we're using the nicer camera.
Yeah.
So there's a microphone on it, and it does a little bit better. But anyway, I believe that these are Jamestown pieces.
I picked those up too and looked at them.
Did you?
Yes. I put them back. I wasn't sure. They didn't click with me.
Yeah, I like them. They're art glass. I believe they're Jamestown pieces. They're made to look like the old Jamestown glass. They're not actually super old, but they sell probably between $10 and $15 for the pair. So they're not even super valuable, but I just liked the aesthetic.
Yeah, and they've got that crude handmade look to them.
Yeah, but they're also art glass, so they're nice. So those were the two items that I grabbed from Eric's, and that price was kind of bundled in with everything else that Andrew got, and our total spend there was $75, but we threw in an extra $25.
Yeah,
so.
I wound up writing a check for $100.
Yeah, so we wrote a check for $100. So, but you guys will be able to see the other stuff that we got in tomorrow's video. So, move this over here. So then from there, we went over to Bill's stuff, where the kids went to Bill was calling it the kids department, and they had a fun digging through the boxes. Oh yeah, they loved it. They're like, can we go back to Bill's stuff? I'm like looking at the time. I'm like, Bill's probably packed up by now, guys. Anyway, so I bought, is this all I got there?
There was a bunch of kids stuff you got.
Yeah, we got a bunch of kids stuff. I think this is actually, I think this.
Yeah.
So really all I got at Bill's was this rug.
I had spent $120 there.
Yeah. 120. Oh, well, you know what? The second time at Bill's we spent, the elephant, which isn't here. I think it's out in one of your boxes.
Okay.
So that was included. There's a little wooden elephant that we also got.
Yes,
it is probably made in Africa. Probably, I'm thinking Kenya, but it's out in his boxes. You guys can see that tomorrow. We'll include that in the mystery unboxing. But this right here is a hand knotted rug. It appears hand knotted. It's really nice. It does have a hole in it, which is a little bit concerning, but it's a small hole and it's on the edge. I'm not too worried about it. I'm probably going to end up using this rug just because I really like the design.
I kind of liked it too, yeah.
I
don't know. I got something. I don't know. I'm partial to the old rugs.
Me too.
That have like nice design to them.
Absolutely, and this has a really nice design. So I'm thinking we need to get it cleaned.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to go about doing that. I'm thinking dry cleaning.
I would believe so.
I don't know if you guys have any recommendations on how to clean this rug without damaging it, because it does have a hole and I don't want the hole to get bigger. Just drop it in the comments and let us know.
Actually, ultimately we want to know where we can take it. This is too big for us to handle here.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want to mess with it. It's too much for two people here to handle it that don't know what they're doing. But
also, I feel like getting it wet is not a wise decision.
Yeah, I don't think getting it wet's the right thing. So I'm thinking a dry cleaner would be the most logistical thing to do.
And for a nice rug like this, you probably pay a bit of money, but it's worth it in this case. Yeah,
actually, the dry cleaners generally aren't all that expensive.
Really, for a rug?
Well, like shirts are like $2.
I know, but those are shirts.
I know, but they're generally not too expensive. They're pretty decent. Yeah. We got one around the corner from my folks that they're really fair.
I used to work at a dry cleaner. Fun fact, when I was 16. Yeah, I know, right? All right, so I guess besides the elephant and the rug, that's, Ashton got his Red Sox book. He's been obsessed with baseball lately, if you couldn't tell by the video.
Yeah, we've been out there playing.
Yeah, every day the neighbors come over and
I just make them go as far out into the field as humanly possible for them, and then I just crack the ball as hard as I can.
And they love it.
And they just keep chasing balls that I hit all the way out in the field.
Yeah. No, he's really obsessed with baseball right now. So that was it from Bill's stuff. And then we moved on. And we went to a gentleman, I don't know his name, but he is the same gentleman where John got these. I do know that.
Ah, yes.
And I picked up 2 items. I picked up this purse and this quilt. Now the quilt did have some really bad staining. I was able to lift the stains by using OxyClean. I did not lift them completely, but I did treat them and I let them sit overnight, and they were lifted to an extent. And then
it looks like 1,000 times better than
it does.
when I picked it up and looked at it and threw a fit about it.
Yeah, you did throw a fit about it. I was not happy.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it looked awful. It looked really, really bad. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I am completely and honestly impressed with.
I told you I could fix it. And I feel like it could even be fixed more by somebody who.
I will not question that again.
Time into it.
That's. If you don't feel like you can do it, then it won't be done. But I think if you say you can do it, yep, you win that one.
Okay, don't question me.
You win that one, and you got it on video. Go away.
So I cleaned it with OxyClean. Twice. I treated it overnight. I hung it up in the sun to dry. And I took pictures. There is still some discoloration. You can still see some of the staining. Took pictures of all of that, put it up on eBay, and made sure that in the description I let people know that, there are still some condition issues. There are still some, this part is
where the seams are separating.
The seams are separating. There are a few small holes. It's all detailed in the listing, but I'm actually pretty pleased with how that turned out. And it is hand stitched. I'm not sure the age of it from the fabric, but I liked it. I know it was vintage, so this piece, I grabbed this purse. You guys know I'm always looking for fun and funky purses, and this was one of those fun and funky purses.
Yeah, it's metal.
It is aluminum.
That's
and
cool.
It is marked on the inside. It has a label, and it is Whiting and Davis. Okay, so here's the deal.
And none of the little beads are missing.
No.
They're all there.
It's so fun. It feels like meshy.
Yeah, it feels like chainmail.
This piece particularly would go probably for, I want to say $15 to $20 optimistically. It will not sell for a whole lot of money. However, if I was to find one of these purses made by the same designer that had designs on it, if it had like an Art Deco design on the aluminum, if it had some sort of design on it, some of the bags sell for hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
So this is something that you guys should be looking for with the designs on them. Like I said, this plain bag does not sell for very much. But if it does have a design on it and you can get it for the right price, you should definitely grab it. So that was my purse buy. And then I got...
Well, we went walking around and I only picked one item the whole time we were walking around was this.
That's because you picked everything in the morning.
But yeah, this is the same as one that came out of last week's box lots. Mm-hmm. So whoever, and you were like, oh, that's not worth that much, but that's okay because...
Well, my concern was, I was at the top of the staircase and I'm like, what are the chances that trying to get that we're going to bring the whole staircase down and break everything?
I know,
Is it worth it?
Mike climbed up there to get it and it was like, oh.
Terrifying.
But my thought behind grabbing it was, hey, listen, there were other people bidding on the other one.
Yeah.
So there's people that still want one. Mm-hmm. So we got one.
And it's a little darker blue than the last one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if it was like just right there, I would have grabbed it and had no question. But the fact that it was like precariously perched on top of this rickety old staircase, I was like, is it worth it?
Yeah. No, well, we got it.
We got it.
That was the only
Thanks to
thing.
Mike.
That was the only thing I picked up walking around.
Yep. And that's probably worth $10 to $15.
Yeah.
So. And it is made by McCoy. I should mention that. All right, so then from there we wandered and I got this. A lot of you noticed this in our last haul video because I had it sitting behind me on the buffet, and I've since moved it around. This glass is called Bittersweet, for those of you who don't know. It's this dark orange that transitions into this kind of creamy yellowy orange.
Yeah.
But this colored glass is called Bittersweet. This is made by Ellie Smith. It is a compote. It's not super valuable, but it is super pretty. And we paid $10 for this. And I knew when he said $10, I knew I couldn't get much out of it as far as resale goes, but I was willing to hold on to it. So I wasn't too worried about it. This piece would probably go for $15 to $20. Like I said, it's not super valuable, but I do like it. I think it's pretty.
Oh, I like it too.
And $10 is a good price for something that's going into our collection.
I was going to say, I'm not opposed to having that.
Yeah, for $10.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do like the Bittersweet glass, especially now that it's Halloween. It's kind of a nice Halloween-y color.
Even into the fall, even through Thanksgiving,
absolutely.
That'll work too.
So that is the piece of Ellie Smith. All right, and
you got a book.
Oh, I got a book.
You picked a book.
I got a book.
You picked a book.
I got a book, and it's this book. It's the spaghetti artware book. I didn't even know this book existed, and I just happened to glance down and see it. Now you guys see me pick up spaghetti poodles and figurines all the time. This is a book all about them. And there's even the Santas in here. This is just fantastic. It's a great reference book, especially since I'm grabbing them all the time. Recently we sold that horse that was spaghetti, and I had a whole box of spaghetti out there that's part of my collection, but I grabbed this little planter that I had out there just to give you an example of the spaghetti that you guys have seen, but just wanted to refresh your memory. So this is the spaghetti. It's this little, these little wormy looking applications in the porcelain.
Yeah.
So that is considered spaghetti.
This one is not for sale.
No, it's not for sale. This one is one of mine.
Not for sale. An FS.
A Nifus. I pulled it straight out of my my box.
It's the Japanifus.
Japanifus. All right. So yeah, we have the book. Pretty excited to have found that. I didn't even know it existed.
Yep. Always good to have that. It's got condition issues, but you know
absolutely.
What? Once I get it into the shelf.
Yeah, but for instance, it's got the Christmas ones in here too, the Santa ones. And now some of the Santa spaghetti pieces can sell for a ton of money around Christmas time. Like ridiculous amounts of money. So it's good to have the book just for reference. Granted, the prices are way outdated.
And it's just a relative guide. It's like anything. You can open it up and you got 5 spaghetti Santas there, and they say 35, 35, 150, 35, 35.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to look and figure out, well, why is this one better? And it gives you an idea why this one's got more value.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it gives you an idea of what to look for when you're out.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, so that is the spaghetti book. And from that same vendor, grabbed this. Now this was a fun piece because I saw it in the box.
Farts graph.
Stop it. I saw it in the box and I was like, those numbers look awfully familiar. They look kind of like the numbers that were on the bottom of our Weller piece. We should take a chance on it. I like it. Unfortunately, it does have a chip on it, but I'm figuring if it's anything like our Weller piece, it's got a value, even with a chip on it. And considering the chip is on the back,
it's still displays very
a
nice.
Nice piece.
I think that happened quite some time ago because they chipped the piece off and then glued it back in.
They did. They glued it back on.
And they didn't do a bad job.
No, I mean, it's noticeable, though.
Yeah.
And I would say if you were to display it, you could display it like this. But that's also a really nice fall piece. And the glaze, when I was looking at other examples, was described as pumpkin. So, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Maybe it belongs back there with my...
I think that's a possibility.
So.
I think we only paid, what, $2?
I already have it listed. And I think it already has a bid on it.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so we took it back to our buddy Eric, who we buy a lot of stuff from because he is a master at pottery and glass and lots of things. And showed it to him, and he looked right at this mark. I don't know if it's going to focus for you guys. That black blob right there.
Yeah, it's like so blurred
He looked
out.
at it and he said, "Yeah, false graph." What?
And then you looked up old false graph stuff
Yeah.
in Marks, and it's perfect match. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it is a false graph piece. Early false graph, not the newer stuff that you see on the shelves. So, yeah, I was impressed that he looked at the blob and he was like, false graph.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Eric knows this stuff, but a blob, it's a blob, Eric. How do you know that blob? He says false graph. It's like, oh, I might need to get my glasses. Yeah, false graph. Okay. All right, whatever. I trust you. He was right. Okay, now I think the last two items would be the glass items that Ashton has not taken yet.
Yeah.
And I haven't listed yet either because I'm like feeling a little guilty that I'm like, I'm gonna list these and not give them to my son who already has a very extensive glassware collection.
I know, he's getting insane. with
Yeah,
that.
the other day we went to the Maryland Renaissance Fair and I bought him a fish.
That was an expensive fish.
It was $100 fish, and I'm thinking
But it had good clarity.
I'm thinking I could totally go to the flea market and buy this same fish at Eric's booth for $2. And Eric pointed that out too. He's like, "Yeah, you could have come here and bought that same fish for $2."
When we do the mystery unboxing, I'm going to totally shame you. I'm just absolutely shame you with your fish.
You know, this bird could have originally cost
Is that Murano?
$100. Of course it is. It's art glass.
Mary, Mary, where
I haven't
are
actually
you?
sent her pictures of that yet, so I don't think it is. I don't know. We'll have to consult Mary on that one.
Murano.
I liked this paperweight just because it had the flowers in it. I guess those are cane, and they cut them and then they insert them in the glass and then glazed over.
interesting.
Yeah. I believe that's the technique that they use for this, that they're just like cane flowers. Like, you know what I mean? Like a tube, and then they cut them and then
Yeah.
they insert them in the glass and then put the glass over it.
Yeah.
So that's really neat. It's definitely vintage. These glass items, I'm not really sure how much they're going to go for. They're kind of hard to predict. And the thing with the glassware market right now is it's kind of like, you know, unless you're willing to list a piece and sit with it at that price for a while, you're kind of, you know.
So pretty, though.
But with us, we want to move. I know it's beautiful, isn't it? We want to move this stuff. We don't want to be sitting on a piece. You know, I could list this for $150 and it could sit there for
a year.
a year and eventually sell, but I don't want to sit on it for that long. So we're listing it for $4 starting price.
Yeah.
And see where it goes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's our technique for this stuff, and it works for us. So we'll see how this does. It's hard to really predict how much it's going to go for because the glassware market is just so up and down.
Yeah.
Unless it's an absolutely guaranteed piece by some really renowned glass maker.
Yeah.
You know, who's to say? And this is not signed. It has a really nice polished pontil mark, but yeah. So those were our items from the flea market that we bought together.
To walk around.
Yep, and I think we did all right, even though Andrew had already gone through and bought all the good stuff.
Sorry.
I forgive you. We still got the
I'm
good
sure there's a
stuff.
few pieces in there you're going to be like,
Oh, I'm sure, because I already kind of peeked them in the box and already decorated with them. Yeah, they've already been decorated with.
you're
I'm
snagging stuff.
okay, when it's
before we
when
film?
it's this big and it's like the top is sticking out of the box,
I know.
I'm like, there's no hiding that. I know exactly what that is, and it's going over on my cabinet.
I see one up there.
Yeah, the other one's over there.
Out in the porch.
Yeah. it
You know we're
happened.
going to have to use them in the video.
I know. Well, we will collect them, but
Okay.
they've already been used as decorating.
Oh,
So
boy.
anyway, I hope you guys tune in tomorrow for our mystery unboxing. It's when Andrew goes early. He buys a bunch of boxes. I don't really know what's in the boxes unless it's sticking out the end, and I'm like, that's mine. So we're gonna go over that stuff and see what Andrew was able to find at the flea market, dark 30 early,
Yep.
and.
We're going to film that in about 5 minutes,
We're gonna
but you're
film
not
that
going
in
to see it
5
till
minutes.
tomorrow.
You will see it tomorrow, and by tomorrow, I'm going to be leaving for England. So, if I end up missing a video in the next couple days, do not freak out. It's because I could not get the videos filmed and scheduled in time. I'm okay. I'm in England, and I just couldn't get my act together to get the videos ready. So.
But we're gonna work on that.
We're gonna work on that. I'm going out to film
crack the whip.
I'm going out to film 2 today, so I'm gonna try my hardest to get them all out and scheduled. So.
And I'll be here at the house. I've got to play catch up. I've got 75 packages to go out, and they're all going out tomorrow.
The post office is gonna hate us.
I might get some out today.
All right, well, we will see you all tomorrow. Later. Okay, before we end this video,
Boo-boo!
need a boo-boo. Andrew went out to bring in some of the stuff for the mystery unboxing, and we realized that we forgot some of the stuff.
Yeah, there's a couple cool pieces.
There are a couple cool pieces, including this planter.
Yeah.
This was like one of our fun pieces.
And you were like, that planter, and I immediately knew exactly which one you were talking about. And I was like, oh, that is cool
Yeah,
looking.
this one would probably sell for, I want to say, 10 to 15.
That one's cool.
It is cool. I like that little guy.
It's heavy, too.
No, this glass is Westmoreland. Just a little basket. This one would probably sell for 10 to 15. I'm thinking right around $12. It is a satin glass, yellow satin glass, amber satin glass. But yeah, nothing special. Needs to be cleaned really, really bad. It's pretty dirty.
Yeah.
We've got 2 little Stangl dishes. These probably were part of a console set. Originally, there would have been a bigger bowl. We don't have that. We only have the 2 smaller ones. So these I would expect, I don't know, 15. Yeah, 10 to 15 for the pair. Look, this is easy.
Yeah.
And last but not least, wait, no. The little egg. I think this egg, I thought originally it was one of those.
Nesting eggs?
No, there's this art that they do, and I don't know where it's at, but they actually drain the insides of the egg and they paint them.
Oh, yes.
And we had a friend that actually did. I thought that's what this was. It's not. It's wooden, but it's just a decorated egg. It would be cute for Easter.
Yeah.
So it's got, I forget what those flowers are called. What are they called? Darn it. But anyway, just a cute little wooden egg. Not as exciting as I thought it was when I bought it. I would expect $2 to $5 for that. And then we've got our elephant.
It is signed, though.
It is signed.
It is
But it's
signed.
probably just somebody who is.
I mean, it's still kind of cool. It's still.
It is. It is cool. Now this is probably, like I said, I want to say probably made in Kenya or somewhere. The tusks, I know they look like ivory. They're not. I can promise you, they're not. They're just maybe plastic.
Probably resin.
Yeah. But anyway, it's just a little elephant. And this carved wooden elephant. Probably a souvenir piece of some sort. This piece would probably sell for 15 to 20. So there you have it.
Yep.
That is everything that I missed
Yes.
and had to cover. And now we're gonna go film our unboxing video. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook.